Hello once again, my name is Dr. Nought, and this is Steve Jackson's Sorcery Part 3, and today we're at a hill, and we're looking inside, so something, maybe a hobbit, lives here. Let's skirt the hill to start out with. You skirt around the north side of the hillock. There is something quite artificial about its shape. Its sides are almost perfectly smooth. Let's keep going. You have the sense that things are watching you from the trees. Time to move on. I want to see if we can go inside, so let's go this way. As you pass the southeast side of the hillock, you come across an incongruous wooden doorway set into the curvature of the hill. You step over to the doorway to examine it more closely. The door is made of heavy wood, carved with various runes and symbols, in a language you do not know. You knock on the door. There is no reply. Alright, let's do it. You try the door. It is not locked. A dark passageway is revealed beyond. Alright, let's see what trouble we get ourselves into here. The door opens through a short, dark hallway, descends into the hill. Wait. The door opens through a short, dark hallway, descends into the hill. Is this a tomb? Begin to see a glowing light ahead and hear a voice muttering low, angry curses. A little sunshine falls through the doorway. There is still time to turn back. Nah. You keep moving forwards, and the passage quickly opens out. You enter a small room, lit by a single candle on a wooden table. Seated at the table is a spindly creature whose attention is focused on a glass orb set on a plinth. So this is that creature's reflection? What is going on here? You watch as the creature stares into their orb. Swirls with colors and shapes. It mumbles something quietly. You open your mouth to announce yourself, but the silence is broken by a squeaky voice. Yes, all right, don't stammer like a half-orc. I'm busy, sit down. A thin finger gestures towards a chair in the corner. Alright. Sit down as instructed. After a few minutes, the creature leans back from her orb and looks up at you. So, a visitor. A human, too. Greetings. Greetings to you indeed. As the light from the glass orb fades a little, you see the speaker is a woman, some kind of elf, though she appears somewhat disfigured. I'm not going to ask that. What is your name? Fenestra. Now, human, as my time is more precious than yours, I will soon lose my patience with you. What in Gred's name are you doing in this miserable forest? I am looking for Seven Serpents, you declare. Do you know of them? She stiffens. I do indeed, she says. Her tone is wary. What, pray, is your interest? I intend to destroy them, you answer honestly. She nods. Many have tried, but if you wish to try as well, that is good. Gred knows the serpents are no friends of mine. Her voice shakes as she speaks. The water serpent killed my father, she declares coldly. This I shall never forgive. I am sorry for your loss. She nods. Thank you. A single tear forms on the corner of her eye. My father did not know the weakness of the water serpent, so could not survive its attack. But you have, here, you lean forward with interest. But you have learned it, you suggest? I have, she nods. Oil. It is so stupid. Had my father been a cook, he most likely would have survived. Her eyes flick back down to her orb. And is that all? She asks. Where is the water serpent now, you ask, turning over the flask in your hand. She shakes her head. I do not know. I had hoped to see it outside my door soon enough, but I fear it is occupied with another quarry at present. She looks at you meaningfully. The orb on her table swirls with color ever more violently. Fenestra sits up sharply. You must go, she declares. I have work that must be attended to. Let's just go, I don't want to piss her off. You nod to Fenestra and take your leave. Back through the door into the clearing. So the water serpent is not good with oil. So the air serpent leaves its body as a gas, and its body is vulnerable. The water serpent is vulnerable to oil, and each serpent has a weakness. So we're 2 for 7 so far. Holy moly. I'm guessing if we don't know the weaknesses and we go up against them, we're going to have to probably guess. So water and oil, that makes sense. So hopefully we're given like a multiple choice where it gives us like 4 options, and we can choose something and maybe we can figure it out. You are back in the sunshine of the clearing. Paths lead in both directions into the trees. Let's go southeast. A wide track leads away from the door into the trees. Okay, I was gonna say, what just happened? Let's go south. Things rustle in the branches all around. The evening is drawing in. It will be dark soon. The path passes by a heavy thicket of tangled branches. The dense bushes curl up around themselves in a tangle. Peering between the branches, you can make out something covered over. You hew the branches away with the axe in swift, easy strokes. Foliage falls away to reveal first a glassless window, and then the top corner of a door. It seems the branches are growing in front of and out of an ancient hut. You keep cutting until you have uncovered the door enough that you might be able to pull it open. You heave on the door, hauling it open. Ancient dust spills out into the forest air, and a million crawling things scuttle from holes in the ancient wood. Why would I smell the air? I'll do it, but why? The air from inside the hut is old and stale, but does not stink of death, decay, or animal. You look about for where to go. Well, we're definitely going in the hut. Are you kidding me? Ancient magics and stuff, you know? You push your way inside the ancient, overgrown hut. There are patches of the yellow moss you saw before growing on the back wall of the hut. Alright, so we'll grab some moss and we're going to eat it immediately. Yes, good. You gather up a handful of moss. You chew through the moss, feeling much better for it. In the thin sunlight through the windows of the hut, you can make out writing on the far wall. This is the house Alizi built, and in its doorway blood was spilt. But that blood has dried and gone, and poor Alizi is still alone. Alone. I hate these rhymes, like, where they look like they rhyme, but then when you read them, they don't. No, I don't want to Go back. Look at the doorway. Looking at the doorway, you see the dark shadow of a bloodstain wiped carefully around the sill like a ward against an evil spirit. Not that such magic works, of course. The only true magic comes from the stars. At least, that's what they told you. There are a few more things scratched into the wood. You look at the other scratched marks. They are hard to comprehend precisely. One appears to depict a person in a circular bubble, floating harmlessly above a raging tornado or a whirlpool. Another shows a fiery ball, perhaps the sun, perhaps not, being drenched by a fist squeezing what looks like a handful of berries. Looking into the dim corners of the hut, you uncover an old vial of water. As you lift it to the light, it gives off a very faint shine. It's probably not water. You unstopper the vial with some difficulty and take a gentle sniff. It smells of nothing except age. I am not tasting it, but we'll keep it. You place the vial into your pack and slowly begin to sense the aura of peace that surrounds it. This water has been blessed, though by which god you cannot tell. Shall we wait here for night? Let's do that. This seems like a good, dry, safe place to sleep. Sit yourself down and wait for nightfall. Something's going down here at night for sure. You pass the time in quiet meditation. Outside, night falls and the stars come out, dimly visible above the canopy. This is a good, safe place to sleep. Or so we think. You stretch out and rest. You seem guarded here, and you do not dream. Alright, the empty hut, day 6. During the past day, you reached the forest of Snada, entered the Vishlami Marsh, and found one new clue. You are awoken in the morning by sunshine sneaking through the tangled branches outside the hut. But, of course, you are not alone. Hello, whispers the girl crouching beside you. She is holding out a bowl. I thought you would like something to eat. You pinch yourself, but nothing changes. This is not a dream. The girl smiles sadly. You've been asleep for some time. Who are you? I live here. This is my home. She puts her bowl down on the floor beside you. It seems to contain some kind of gray gruel. What is it? You ask. It's munch flax and snaticat's milk. A few berries for flavor. She shrugs. It's pretty disgusting, but it's food. I've eaten worse. She grins at that. Me too. Okay, I'll take a cautious mouthful with your fingers. It is thick, sour, and foul. I'll just eat it. But it is food all the same. After a few more mouthfuls, you begin to grow accustomed to the taste. I don't like it either, the girl admits, watching your face. A moment later, she has vanished. Where are you? You call. Right here, comes the reply. As though from your elbow, but there is no one there. You get up, thinking to search the corners of the room, though there is nothing there that could provide anywhere to hide. Then suddenly the girl is in front of you again, a little wide-eyed. What's the matter? She asked. You vanished. She looks surprised. I did? She runs her finger around the inside of the bowl, scooping up what's left. You vanished from sight. The girl shrugs. I don't know what you're talking about. The light was behind me, that's all. For a moment, she vanishes again, then reappears. Is she a snaticat? You vanished again. She shakes her head. I just closed my eyes for a moment. I'm still waking up. Yeah, that's what happens with the snaticats, right? Let's give her this. I found this, you tell her, heading back to the vial of holy water. I thought this hut was empty, so I took it. It's just water, she says with a shrug. You can keep it. Where are you from, you ask. You weren't born in the forest, surely. She shakes her head. I was born in Tin Pang. There used to be a bridge, but it's gone now. I suppose whoever destroyed my city destroyed it too. Your city was destroyed by the Archmage? The Archmage couldn't save us. It happened too fast. She looks glum. I don't know how I survived. The girl steps away from the door and then once again disappears from view. This time she reappears much faster. It is clear from her manner that she does not notice it happening. You live alone, you ask? She shrugs, looking around. Everyone else has disappeared. Picking up the bowl, she drains the last few dregs of snaticat milk from it. Come with me. She smiles. To where? She sighs. Though there's nothing keeping me here. All right, she points to the doorway. The way. Do we actually gain a companion? You head for the door. I doubt it. She's gonna like disappear for good or something. You step outside, thorn branches catching on your cloak, and then you turn to help the girl through, but she has vanished again. You wait for her to reappear. She does not. You go back into the hut. It is quite empty. Then a moment later, she's at your side once more, breathless with excitement over something. You really can't see me, she exclaims breathlessly. I closed my eyes and crept up on you, and you couldn't see me. You thought I'd disappeared. I thought you had gone. I was right in front of you, waving like this. She waves her hands in front of your nose, somewhat annoyingly. Then she glances away into the trees. So which way are we going? You leave the hut behind. Wait, so is she with me or not? Like, what the hell is going on? So, where are we going? Oh, there's the beacon here. I think we want to get this bridge back up, probably. So that we can come up this way. I wonder if she's from here, if this is the village destroyed. Let's go south. The path winds tortuously through the forest. The air moves a little, still icy, but fresh. If we're going to travel together, you should know my name. I'm Elisa. Wait. Oh, yeah. That's what the poem said. I had guessed. Oh, she thinks about that for a moment. They can't guess your name. You tell her. She shrugs. What a strange name, she replies before taking her hand to walk with you. A large ancient tree has fallen down across the path. You clamber up onto the trunk and look off into the distance of the trees. To the east, the mountains rise tall and cold, and a gleaming to the south suggests a pool of water. More trees, suggests Elisa from the ground. Soft plop echoes from the tree trunk. Elisa tugs at your hand sharply. There's only 3 of them. If we go behind the tree, they might leave us alone. 3 what? Elisa has crouched behind the fallen tree. She tugs you sharply downwards. Shh, she hisses. I'll hear you. You follow her advice and stay down. Something pads past you and disappears between the trees. Elisa gasps with relief, then punches you in the arm. You almost had us both eaten, she complains. Are you stupid? They were invisible, you tell her. It was right there, she says. It walked past, eyes shut. You didn't see? You shake your head. That's strange. You're strange. Come on. She gets to her feet and tugs at your hand. You will either have to clamber over the trunk or turn back. So that was definitely three Snatticats. And she, when she closes her eyes, is invisible too. So that's weird. She's not a Snatticat, obviously, but has the same effect. You walk on between the trees. The day is likely to be clear, and will be hot once more. The forest path curves past the shore of a deep, flat pool. You seem to know your way around this forest, Elisa remarks. You've not gotten lost yet. I follow the path, you reply with a shrug. She nods. I made the path, she replies, and skips ahead a few steps. For a moment, she blinks out of sight, then reappears once more. Yeah, let's do that. You fill the gourd with water from the pool. It should be safe to drink, the girl assures you. I drink here all the time. You take a moment to forage through the nearby bushes for edible-looking plants. You find a couple of mushrooms, and Elise finds a handful of nuts that she offers to you. You thank her and put the nuts into your pack. They should serve for a meal. I don't need the mushroom now, so I'm just gonna leave them. You leave the mushrooms untested, trusting your friend's advice. The water extends away to the southeast, towards the dark shadows of the next range of mountains. It is not quite a lake, but large for a pool, and who knows how deep it is. On the far side, you see another stone tower. Lead the way, Elise declares, as you begin to walk once more. Time to move on. You must find your way to the shore of Lake Ilklala somehow. It lies east of the Horns, a towering range of mountains. For a long time, Analand had hoped these peaks would protect them from the Archmage. No one knew his birdmen could fly so high or so far. Alright, so we're gonna make it for this beacon here. And I don't want to walk across the pool per se, but I want to go in that direction, so we're going to do that. So Forest of Snatta. Turns out she can see the Snatticats, and I bet you without her we would have had a fight there. They would have ambushed us, so it's good that we have her. Let's do this. Cool. You have no choice but to swim. The water is cold, and by the time you reach the other side, you are bedraggled. Of course, all your water-damaged possessions have been ruined. Oh my god. I thought we could just walk around the pond. Thankfully, however, pages of your spellbook are protected, but all of your soft food has been ruined. The sun continues to climb the steep sky. Nestled in a curve of the eastern cliffs is a stone tower. It is heavily overgrown with thorny branches, and its base is almost obscured by shrubs and tangled weeds. You heft your hewing axe and cleave quickly through the branches that surround the base of the tower. The axe's keen edge makes short work of the thorns, and you have soon cut a path to the tower's door. Something seems to rustle and move just inside the tower door. Well, I don't want to go, but I'll go. You step up to the tower door and step into the shadows inside, to be met by a soft, damp smell. Okay. You step into the dark interior of the tower. Shadows loom from all sides, and though you can see nothing, there is the sense that something dominates the space. You hold back, waiting for your eyes to adjust. Slowly, details filter in. You're standing at the base of a gigantic tree. By the girth, it must be at least 500 years old. A wooden staircase winds around the trunk and disappears into the canopy. The tree is wider than your outstretched arms, and has thick branches and leaves despite the dark. Somewhere up above you spy a metallic glint. Time to explore. Is Elisa still with us? You climb the spiraling wooden stairs, picking your way through and over branches. Someone has carved something into the bark of the tree here. You regard the carving with some interest. It is triangle formed from 3 stars. A spell! Using your spellbook as a reference, you match the stars in the carving to those you know until you have the spell memorized. This is the SSS spell, though from what you can make out of its alignment, it would need a focus to work. A ring most likely, with a curious coiled fashion, snake-like? The spell has been recorded in your spellbook. The staircase passes through a split in the trunk before it reaches the top. Hopefully that does not imply there's a snake up top here. You emerge onto a stone walkway built in a ring that allows the tree to grow through. Resting in its branches is a brass contraption much like those you have already seen. Its gears and bearing carefully enmeshed between between the limbs of the tree. As the leaves gust back and forth, something else, brass, glints from within. You reach out to bend in the branch from which the gleam is coming. What? It is a ring slipped over the tip of the branch. The wood has grown into the metal somewhat, suggesting the ring was placed here when the tree was somewhat younger. You try to work the ring back up the branch, but it is too firmly ingrown, and you cannot get it to move at all. I don't know if this is a good idea, but whatever. The wood is still alive, so breaking it is hard work, but in the end the branch gives, snapping violently in two. The ring pings off the end and disappears into the nearby trees. God dang it. You push aside the branches to reach the blue crystal at the base of the beacon, and the beam of light blossoms into life. Alright, so we can make definitely this thing. Whoa. So we can construct that like that. We can get the city back, which might be the better thing to do. Or what else happens? So yeah, this whole city is destroyed. There's not even that there. I could get the whole city back. Beacon over there. So that's something we would want to keep. Like all of this is disappeared. It's all like, what does this say? Oh, the swamp is what used to be here. And then it dried out. I see. Hence the bridge. So maybe, I'm thinking if we do this, this beacon would allow us to get the city back, maybe? Let's try putting the city here and see if we can get over the mountains to the east. We don't need to cross the bridge, we just need to get... We do something like that. We just need to get up here and then walk across. Right? The cylinder moves easily, and though the focus is initially sticky, after a few twists and turns, you get its light to shine brightly across the landscape. Things shift and morph as the light moves. Once more, you feel a great rush of wellness from using the beacon. You wind your way down the steps once more. You make your way quickly down the wooden walkway and back outside the tower. The undergrowth here is quite thick, and despite thrashing at the bushes, you cannot see any hint of the ring that fell from the tower. It may not even have fallen this close to the tower base, so it's most likely at the bottom of the pool by now. Bottom of the pool. What could I possibly do to help with that? Z-E-N. Hover in the air. F-A-R. See the future. Or capital F-O-F. Create a force field. Does that allow me to, like, jump into the pool? I don't know. You cast a spell. No, that doesn't help me. Forming a shimmering force field around your body. You should be protected from all but the most serious injury now. The door to this tower stands open. Damn it, I thought maybe I could, like, create a bubble around me and jump inside. There's only one way back, across the pool to the northwest. The trees southwest are too thick to push through. Oh. I can't walk around the edge of the pool? Alright, let's just swim through the middle. Jeez. You begin to swim, the force field around your body keeping you and your possessions dry until you reach the other side. With a pop, your force field shimmers out of existence. The water of the pool laps gently at the dirt shore. You stride ahead, Alize trailing behind. Wait, where are you? The girl's voice disappears. Alize, you call? There is no reply. The forest path is quite silent. Open your eyes, you insist. We should not waste time. Nothing happens. A few leaves shiver in the breeze. You fall quiet for a moment, but hear nothing. It seems she has gone. The water must be freezing cold, but if you had to oh, Jesus. Okay. No. So wait. You continue on your way. I wonder... No, wait. Why did she leave? I thought maybe I was shining the beam over here, but that's not the case. Huh. Alright, we're gonna figure this out. I want to see if I come back up here next time, if I can cross this bridge. If not, then I'm gonna come back to this beacon, make the bridge hole, and cross it, because this is not doing much. Like, the city's not really there. There's a beacon here for the city. But I might need that beacon, like this beacon, to be shining over here to get that beacon. I don't even know. It appears not. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out next time. But I need to figure out a way to cross this. It could be interesting to come down here, though, as well. Yeah, we'll have to figure it out. I'm gonna go up here and see if we can cross. If not, then I'll come down here. Because the main goal is to get down here, apparently. So, yeah, so far so good. We've done all this. Come up through here. It's kind of like into 6th, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this down here is 6. So, cool. Alright, next time, we will try figuring this out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Take care, and goodbye.